Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, what I sometimes have referred to as Moose Day. It is a Tuesday after some of us had a Monday off. Do me a favor before we get started. I went and tested up at Salem State and had to take everything apart. As you see, we kind of shifted some of the setup. So please confirm that you can hear me, that you can see me, that we're all good. And then unfortunately, I just need to acknowledge and as well as I'm going to share some information, but some of you may have heard in the news or been made aware of a incident of violence in first Alston Brighton. A young woman lost her life, and there was a young man found there, and they arrested him. Additionally, this morning, I also saw a post that referenced a name that I knew, and in that checked, and I am going to own that grew up with the folks that are involved with the incident in Mattapan. And so not going to say a whole lot about it outside of the fact that prayers are solicited. My aunt posted their names, Peaches and Regina. We need the entire Java family, the mother's board, the brother's board, the sister's board, the entire Java family to pray for both Peaches and Regina. That's the only commentary I'm going to give about that. What I would like to do is, and as you all know, we do in real time, I would like to, per what I'm seeing on social media, reported by the news, is that they are reporting that it's a domestic violence incident. And so two things I'm going to do. The first thing is I am going to I just learned something that I'm getting ready to share a resource. And in sharing that resource, I learned that. So this resource here, good morning, Mother Lisa. I'm going to go in and greet folks in a moment. In sharing the resource of the domestic violence website, there's a pop-up that says, hey, hit X because your web history, could be searched. And so that's just something that was just observed. But I want to, the website I just put in the information in the comments there. I'm also going to additionally get a phone number. And if you know someone, if you are dealing with a domestic violence situation, the phone number is 1-800-799-7233. 1-800, I'm going to put that in 1-800-799 7233. And that did not save. 1-800-799-7233. If you know someone or if you yourself are dealing with issues of domestic violence, that is a phone number that you can call. Additionally, I would encourage you to call the number if you feel safe. So I definitely wanted to make sure that we shared that information this morning based on what I learned about that incident, as well as, unfortunately, the young woman who lost her life in Alston Brighton as well. And so in real time, what I feel compelled to do is take a moment of silence for that woman. And also in that moment of silence, we ask you to just pray for healing, pray for guidance of doctors and the medical staff, pray for the mental health of the loved ones and family members, all who are dealing, as I mentioned, I know both sides of this incident. So we're going to take a moment of silence for the young woman in Alston. And also in this moment of silence, if you don't mind, please whisper a word of prayer. Just say Peaches and Regina. And that's it. So thank you all very much for that. One thing that we will do, and we will transition into some more conversation. And as you know, often, Joanne, good morning to you. When we have heavy incidents, I try my best to also balance with some good news and Black joy to keep us encouraged. And so a transition from there is we will ensure that there will be domestic violence information on site at the health fair. I am glad to announce that as of yesterday, at the marathon, we confirmed this year we have to switch our location. The past 2 years, we have been at the Thelma Burns building in Roxbury. We are now expanding the health fair to the Reggie Lewis Track and Athletic Center. The health fair will take place on Saturday, May 17th at 11 a.m. We may push it back to 12 just because we just may. So we do have a location for the health fair. Excuse me. It is confirmed for May 17th. And again, we will ensure that we have information about domestic violence there at the health fair as well. Let's go into the Java Cafe on this Moose Day and see who is in the cafe this morning. Of course, Mama Java is in the room as well. Mother Lisa Davis is in the room. Naraki Pastor, good morning to you. Good to see you, beautiful, in the room. Michelle D. Smith, I saw a message I need to check from you. Good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Also, Donna, good morning. Janky, good to see you in the room this morning. Lasagna, good morning to you. I just want to also acknowledge while we're praying and holding space, I believe I saw a post from Lasagna last week in reference to the transition of a charter member, the one whom we've named our humanitarian award after, David Hart. So Lasagna was sending just support and joy your way as well. And I know I owe you a couple of options and dates and stuff like that. So I will get that to you soon. Also, Sister Soraya, good morning to you. Thank you so much for praying. Good to see you in the room. Rachel, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. As I was trying to get the information, I thought about you. Used to put information up when we would talk about it on the show. Again, we're sharing this information, the hotline. I would suggest, just me personally, I'm not a domestic or intimate partner of violence expert, but based on me going to that website and the 2 pop-ups that came up that said, hey, do you feel that, you're doing this safely in your search history? It is set up just to name that if you X out of it, it went straight to the original Google page. And so my suggestion is, if again, just because it popped up there, I'm going to mention it again. If you know someone or you yourself are dealing with issues of domestic or intimate partner violence, that is a phone number for you to call and get some resources there. I also wanted to mention that Kelly is in the room. Kelly, thank you so much. You know what's going on. Pastor Marion, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Milagro is over on YouTube. Good morning to you. Good to see you in the room, Milagro. Sharon Cornelius, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. I see another brother in here, but I'm going to wait a minute before I acknowledge him because we want to share again some Black joy and some things that would make you smile. Oh, Milagro just went like the mothers and jumped back over on Facebook. Sister Debbie is in the room. I'm going to see Sister Debbie in person soon. I believe next weekend, there's a big reunion with a lot of good old school Boston gospel folks. Big bodyguard, Jamil. What's up, brother? Also sending prayers for his family as well. So keep the Howard family in prayer as well. Sister Debbie again. I'll probably see Jamil as well at this Bay State, Grace, Mark Reddick and Company, Holy Tab. There's a big old school gospel Boston Legends concert taking place on Sunday, May 5th. I forgot the time. And so we'll have more information coming out about that soon. I believe I got everybody that's in the Java Cafe, Jamil, and also Joanne over on Instagram as well. So it was a very interesting, great, busy weekend. I want to shout out a good brother that hung out with me yesterday. And many of you know that for the past few years, I've partnered with the Boston Athletic Association, the Boston Marathon, to host panels, to be down in the Runners Pavilion, to be in, I call it Marathon Square. Copley Square turns to Marathon Square. But I wanted to let you all know that Obi, who is the good friend and brother, he came with me yesterday. And when I tell you this brother captured some great shots from the marathon. And so what I'm going to do is put that link in the comments, and you can go and see the shots from the marathon. I got to tell you, it looks like a long link. I'm telling y'all it does, because, it's just a long link. Yep, Boston Marathon, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know who this is. Maybe the link went through twice, but I'm going to delete this because it looks kind of weird. Sorry, y'all. I just don't like putting links in comments that look interesting. So hopefully the whole link came through. If it did not, let me know. And Obi, if you could put the link in the comments, because you probably have a shorter one. So went to Marathon Village. That's what I'm calling it, not Marathon Square. Went to Marathon Village yesterday. For the past few years, I have been invited to go down, and I just haven't felt like going. And to be very honest, I did not feel like going yesterday. But I went, and it is an amazing experience. For the past couple of years, thanks to Boston While Black, the first time I went, the Boston While Black Summit was going on while the marathon was going on. Met Pinky Cole that weekend as well. And I'll be honest, it does, if you're from Boston and you go to Marathon Village, it does feel like you're in a whole different place, from branding and just the setup and everything. But one of the things that Jack was on the other day talking about, and Lorna and the team there, is the inclusion. And one of the things that stood out about this year is that they took the unicorn of the marathon and they faced it forward. They turned it to the other side, meaning that they're going forward with inclusion and diversity and equity and things like that. And not just Black and brown, but women and those with disabilities. Was awesome seeing a couple of folks that I interviewed last year win the marathon, those that are in different disabled categories or disability categories. And I got to see Brother Meb as well at the Black Unicorns event that took place on Saturday at the Reggie Lewis Track and Athletic Center. And I just want to be honest with you. I was so nervous on Saturday because the people that I needed to talk to weren't there. And I just knew Saturday I was going to walk out with confirmation for the location of the health fair. I didn't get it till yesterday, but I'm happy about it. I am trying to see if I did a recording of the Grand March. I did not, but what I do have is quickly I can show you a picture. These are the Black and brown runners that are part of the Black Unicorn event. Black and brown runners that come from across the world. And number was a little bit lower this year than the past couple of years. And I honestly say it was because of, where did that color? Okay, sorry. I think it's because it was 80 degrees out and folks were out seeing Boston rather than coming to the Reggie. But shout out to Sister Adrian, shout out to Sister Rochelle, and others in the whole team, the Boston Athletic Association, the Reggie Lewis Track and Athletic Center staff, Brother Basil, Brother Valentino, and Brother Christian, and Brother, there's a couple other folks there whom we're going to be working with soon. Just quickly a plug. The health fair is taking place on May 17th at the Reggie Lewis Track and Athletic Center. So please make sure you plan to come to that. But speaking of that, and Obi put a link in the comments for you to go. You'll need to put your email address. So, and also by putting your email address, you get on his mailing list. But if y'all need a photographer, here of late, Brother Obi has been doing most of my photography. We started out with Brother Walk, Brother Obi too early on. But as you all know, Brother Walk, and he mentioned that he was in the hospital. I need to check on him. Keep Brother Walk in prayer as well. He is lined up for a kidney transplant. So keep him in your prayers and thoughts as well. Shout out to everybody that's hopping on over on Instagram. Good to see you in the room. So yes, it was a great event with the Black Unicorns. It was great being in Marathon Village yesterday. I ran it literally. Obi and I walked from the station, got to the cusp of where things were, and who was there but Mayor Wu, her, Myra, the boys, and Connor as well. And so we got our credentials. And y'all know, well, if you don't know me, I can go out and be in big crowds and whatnot. But yeah, I was tired and it was too many people yesterday. So I hung out for a little bit. Being literally, Obi, we were what? Carlton. What's up, brother? Just mention things that we're aware of this morning. We are our Bromley family. Carlton, good to see you in the room. Just had mad thoughts of old family days and things like that in the ballpark. But we were about, Obi was closer because Obi's tail was climbed up, or what's the word? Positioned up on the side of the stairs, and he had a view. I got to see brother, not Colby, John Corrib. I want to get his name right. Was it John? Hey Siri, who was the winner of the Boston Marathon?
Okay, I found this on the web for who is the winner of the Boston Marathon. Check it out.
Just John Corrier. John K.
I see a John Corrier in your contacts.
Corrier. That's his. John Corrier.
Wikipedia.
I'm about to cuss. What's her name? Siri is worse than God during Alexa. John Corrier. We literally got to see him cross the finish line as the major race winner. So shout out to him. By then, and I told Rochelle I felt bad because I didn't feel that I was being equitable because I didn't stay out there for the women's runner winner to come in. But I just needed to go. And so Brother Obi stayed out there, Brother Sister Rochelle and others stayed out there. And Ari, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Ari, that reminds me, I got to make another announcement and I got to talk to you later because there's an event this evening that I want to mention for some men that's going on, sponsored by Yard Time Entertainment. So yes, finish line, got to see him cross. I went in and we went to Hugh. Shout out to Brother Rob Eugene that hosted an event at Hugh. We had a table and some of the Black Unicorners and runners, Black Girls Run, they came and just had some downtime and hung out. Brother Obi came for a few minutes and then he went back outside. And in that link, you will see the benefit of Obi going back outside. If you look at the pictures, Obi's intentionality was to show that out of, I think, the 300, now I don't want to lie, the 30,000 people that were there or so, it was about 3,000 of us, 10% of Black and brown folks from across the world. And if you look at Obi's pictures, you can see that intentionality there, and showing that diversity of those that run in the Boston Marathon. Good morning, Mama Java, that just hopped on over on Instagram as well. Obi, whatever. Obi said he's as proud of me for lasting as long as I did. Brother Carlton, we are praying. We are praying. My mother kept it all the way official. Old Side, 106 Heath Street, and put all the details out there. So that was a great experience. Again, the Black Unicorners was a great experience on Saturday. So if you have never went to the festivities at the marathon, yes, you have to have a pass and credentials to get in certain areas. But in the vicinity right around it, the public is just like walking, and it was just, it's a great atmosphere there. And it's people from across the world that are coming. And so it was a great event. I wanted to mention, as I did a few minutes ago, for men, there is an event this evening, In Conversation, Experience, Creativity, and Justice, The Path Ahead. Marvin Bing, along with Joseph, Brother Joey, Toot Bennett, and Benny Siegel. I can hear the song in my head. What's Benny Siegel's song, y'all? I'm not asking this one or the other woman, because then they won't shut up and go off. But tonight, Tuesday, April 22nd at Tobin Community Center at 6:30 p.m. This is Just Us Ideas Week and Yard Time Entertainment that Sister Ari supports. I'm a board member as well. They're bringing Benny Siegel in town tonight at 6:30 p.m. Now, some of you may not know who he is, but he's from the was he from Woo? Somebody help me. I'm about to and of all people to come in, the Java Cafe now is Milton. While I'm stuck trying to figure out when Benny Siegel, what was he part of Wu-Tang Clan? Uncle Thaddeus, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Uncle Thaddeus, let me tell y'all. Uncle Thaddeus was he's from Philly, so he wasn't from Wu-Tang. But he was a part of a not a group, but a set. I can't remember, but Benny Siegel back in the day, he's going to be at the Milton. Stop laughing at me. To the Junto. Now what? Don't say. So Benny Siegel is going to be at the Tobin this evening. I think that is dope for Brother Joey. But going back to Uncle Thaddeus was outside this weekend. Ran, came to the Black Unicorners event. Didn't speak. Was going to speak. And just hung out and chilled out. It worked. Walked in and he was lifting bottles, bricks of bottles, bottled water and whatnot. So Uncle Thaddeus, good to see you. State property. Thank you, Obi. I knew I may not have known what, but I knew there was something. So, Milagro and Milton, leave me alone. So yes, Brother Joey Bennett is doing that this evening. So please make sure you spread the word about that. This is a group for older brothers, but I am aware that we need to do something for younger brothers as well. And yeah, that I'm not even going to get started about that. So, okay. Let's go ahead and get started with some dates as we're coming up on 10:30. Don't forget tonight, 6:30 p.m. at the Tobin Community Center. Benny Siegel and others will be with Yard Time Entertainment, talking creativity and just us around justice and re-entry with Brother Joey Bennett having that event. Also on this Thursday night at 8 p.m., ABCD will be in the room with us, and we're going to talk public health and just the status in all things public health. And so that's going to take place Java After Dark with ABCD. That's this Thursday evening at 8 p.m. And on Friday at 10 a.m., Java with Jimmy live from Salem State University, the Berry Institute of Politics. We are having a special Java with Jimmy this Friday at 10 a.m. I've shared. Things worked out for Mama Java. I shared when I first started announcing it and maybe didn't keep sharing it, but I am not pressed about Java family coming up to Salem. I would like you to tune into the live at 10 a.m. on Friday. But Mother's Board, folks that don't live in the area, I'm not pressed about y'all coming up to Salem. Okay. But we will be live on Friday at 10 a.m. It could be a 40-minute ride. We go live at 10 a.m., but y'all need to be seated and quiet no later than 10:45. So at 10 a.m., we can start. We're going to do the whole, little clapping and stuff thing. So yeah, whatever. So that's going to take place on Friday. Please ask. I mean, not ask. Milagro. This is why I don't look at the comments. Elderina, good to see you in the room. I'm glad I saw Elderina because Milagro puts me in places where I want to speak in tongues and they are not holy. So Milagro said that would have took less time if I just said whatever. So that is those are dates. Friday, the 26th. Don't forget that Sister Dina is having the adaptive aquatics at the Tobin Community Center. Actually, I'm not sure of the center. It's with BCYF. You have to register for that. That information is on my page. That link is there. Also, Michelle D. Smith says, I'll be there. I was live on the North Shore. What is the specific location? Michelle, the flyer is on my page, but I'll repost it and get that to you. Thank you. Michelle, for planning on coming as well. That's the 26th. Next couple of weeks, we have some folks coming into the room, and also we are getting ready for the health fair. It is just about 3 Saturdays away, May 17th. No, actually a month away, 4 Saturdays away. Okay, I feel good about that. All right, we're going to get ready to go. I remember, but we're going to so. Okay. Just made a mistake and looked at the email. Okay. I'm going to get ready to get off of here and let you guys go. UCB members is 10:31. So you all get an hour for your points today. And I believe that is it. Once again, before we go, please keep in mind to keep walk in prayer. The Robinson, the Peaches and Regina family in prayer as well. All that are involved with this incident, and also Lasagna and Miss Teresa as well. I know she wasn't feeling too well last few days or whatever. I don't see her on this morning, so please keep her in prayer as well. Milagro, let's go over the weather real quick. You all already got your time, Milagro, so, but as a courtesy. And we are definitely in April showers bring May flowers because, yeah. Currently, it is 59 degrees. Today's high will be 75, and the sun is going to be out from 3 to 4. Milagro, you would be the one to have me break the news that it's going to be a whole 75 degrees from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Cloudy at 5, back down to 70 degrees. Sunset 7:34 p.m. and it'll be down to 68 degrees. That's Boston weather for you. Lasagna, good to see you back. Good to see you in the room as well. Y'all are missing this morning. South Bay. I have a lot of commentary about South Bay. What I will say is we can walk and chew gum at the same time. We need to figure out how to hold parents accountable while supporting them, and also figure out how to work with municipality and nonprofit organizations to figure out how to fill the gap that in the past, when there is knowledge of youth workers, that they're going to be big gatherings, this is where the former street workers and SOAR workers were deployed to just be a presence. The other thing is that parents know where your children are. And right now, if you are a parent of a 13 to 17, 18-year-old for the past year and a half or 2 years, you, I hope, are aware that when a lot of young people gather in South Bay, there's been about 3 or 4 incidents. And we need to be careful because there is footage of a white man pushing a little young man. And, you know, folks are very much emboldened. And we got to keep in mind that our young people cannot, it will not end well if there is a physical altercation between a young teen and a police officer. Unfortunately, we know the trend in history of when black and brown young men could be 17, but look like he could be about 30. Like, let's keep it 100. So that's my commentary. Brother LaBelle is turning 46 today. Happy birthday to you, dog. Good to see you over on Instagram, man. Good to see you. Happy birthday to you. So, that's my commentary, Milagro, on the South Bay thing. Parents, they got phones and whatnot. Figure it out. Track them. Nonprofit organizations that are around here talking about they do parent support and training. So I guess we need to figure out how to have a conversation with maybe Brother Pedro Cruz, Brother Isaac, and maybe someone that runs a parent support organization or something, because summer's coming. And with all that's going on in the world, and have conversations with your young people, even if they go and you're aware and you hope for the best. What are you talking to them? How are you training them if they find themselves in a situation? I'll keep it 100. My first time going to the movies was at 14 by myself. I had a 14, 15-year-old, and I'm 53 years old. And there's some stuff where my mother's like, hey, I'm like, so as teens, I get it. There's some times that they can want to go, and they should, by themselves. Keep in mind, a lot of these young people right now missed about 2.5 years of formative socialization opportunities. So that's interesting. They should be able and want to. Arva, if you got my number, please text me, because I noticed something in the inbox, and me in that inbox is terrible. So please text me, sis. This is why I don't look at the comments. Young people should be able to go places by themselves if they are trained to conduct themselves appropriately in public. If there's an incident, go the other way. Curiosity. The thing of driving by when you see a car accident. That's real. That's human nature, just to be inquisitive and look. But we got to talk to our young people, because times are changing. And there is footage out there within the past couple of months of young people fighting and jumping on police officers. And all it's going to take is one police officer to shoot, hurt, and kill a young person here in the city of Boston because he felt or she felt that their lives was in danger. So with that being said, on this Moose Day, Milagro done got me started, Jesus. That's my thoughts on South Bay. Parents need to get back to knowing where your kids are. I still remember the commercials. Do you know where your kids are? Sometimes there's certain things that are just seem like they need to be followed up by certain other words. And so I'm getting off of here because I feel an itch to say it. So you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. I don't think I have a guest. Tomorrow is the 23rd. Next week, Sister Pam is coming to chat with us. Also, World Book Day is coming soon. And I am looking to get shout out to 826 Boston, who recently okay. This is phone and comments. This is why I don't pay attention to them while I'm talking to y'all. I'm going to get off of here. You all have a great day. Pam is coming in next week. World Book Day, I believe, is this week or next week. And so we'll hopefully get someone to come in about that, an author, a poet. 826 Boston works with young people around developing their writing skills. As you all know, I'll remind you that, last year we did this little commercial there with them.
Microphone check 1 2. Here we go. Java with Jimmy live at the City Winery. Microphone check 1 2. How you doing? I am well. How are you? Every week.
So if you remember 826, that's where you remember them from. So we'll see if we can get them to come on. Gregory said, I'm making all my teens go to work. And that's real. And them going to work is real. But when they're coming home on the bus, if you're not picking them up and things break out, we just have to ensure that our young people are going to be okay. And I'm just every time there is a incident like this, it puts law enforcement, vigilantes, and others. That man that pushed that boy did not look to be ununiformed, undercover officer. Just looked like a random, what do they call it? A random good citizen. Push the hell out of that boy. And so, but I didn't, let me not put anything out there that I don't remember seeing, but I did see that. I don't know why, but there's other footage of a whole bunch of young people jumping on a police officer up at, the old Zares. What's this up here? Washington Park a few months ago. Talk to your young people. All right. I'm out of here. Everybody have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. here in the Java Cafe. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, everybody, and sorry for fussing. It's Milagro's fault. Peace, y'all.